Most guard dogs are big. Given the nature of their job, they kinda have to be. Nobody is scared of a tiny dog, are they? But some dogs are so big they might just give Clifford a run for his money. These are the 20 biggest guard dogs in the world. Number 20. Neapolitan Mastiff. The Neapolitan Mastiff is a massive, powerful guard dog, and they've been keeping a watchful eye since ancient Roman times. Absolutely unique looking, the Mastino is a wrinkly and heavily furrowed beast known for its loyalty to its owners and its suspicion of strangers. No wonder these guys are some of the best watchdogs in the world. Well endowed in the head department, the Mastino looks intimidating, carrying huge power and muscles in its bulky frame, and just look at them run. Their faces flap so wildly, they look as though they could take off. Weighing in at around 150 pounds, Mastinos are pretty hefty, but these guardians are also rather affectionate and loyal to their families. These huge dogs can be a bit clumsy though, and will frequently knock things over by accident, even small children, so they may not be the ideal choice for younger families. All blunders aside, they are loving, and if well trained will make great companions, if not the neatest of roommates. All that flappy face also comes with a whole lot of drool, so slobbering is a given with these dogs. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Number 19. The American Akita. The American Akita is different from its Japanese counterpart in some ways, but it's as lovable and loyal as its cousin, that's for sure. This impressive and powerful breed makes a brilliant guard dog. Perhaps its resemblance to a hairy old bear is part of what gives this dog the edge in the guardian stakes. Akitas in general have been considered the bravest of guard dogs since as far back as the 1600s, but the American Akita is the biggest of all these particular dogs and has earned a reputation as a fiercely loyal and brave guardian. These furry friends are a sizable breed, with the fully grown female weighing in at between 70 to 100 pounds and the males tipping the scales somewhere between 100 to 130. In general, they measure around 28 inches tall. As a larger breed, they need to be very well trained, simply to keep those around them safe. It's not unusual for an American Akita to consider smaller animals as prey. And that also includes your other pets, by the way, so keep your guinea pigs well away from these dogs, or poor old Twinkle might find herself in a sticky situation. Oh, Twinkle. They need plenty of exercise, as they have seemingly boundless energy and a strong muscular frame that will easily lead to them becoming overweight if these animals don't receive sufficient opportunities to run around. But as a guard dog, if properly trained, these stubborn and intelligent dogs are amongst the very best, possibly even the ultimate. Number 18. The Kangal Dog. Considered by many to be the national dog of Turkey, the Kangal dog is intimidatingly large and has all the features that you would expect from a dog that has traditionally been bred for the protection of livestock. Although not a herding dog per se, the Kangal is a flock guardian and is known for its ability to protect its wards from really massive predators like bears, wolves, and jackals, so the breed has guard dog DNA flowing throughout its veins. In the United States, the dogs that are closely related to the Kangal are known as the Anatolian Shepherd, and these days, the dogs are a popular choice to protect livestock all over the United States. Way back in the Babylonian Empire, though, there were references to this breed's ancestors in the ancient art that was created during those times. That dates back to 2000 BC, you nerds. These guys even turn up in Bible stories, and by the 1950s, American ranchers were importing these big working dogs, and they've become a firm favorite during the following decades. These beautiful hounds work tirelessly protecting livestock all over the states, with animals from sheep to llamas and ostriches in their care. And since they're even brave enough to send a wolf running for the hills, there's no doubt that these animals are amongst the greatest of guard dogs that exist. Number 17. Bull Mastiff. The somewhat spooky nickname of the Bull Mastiff is the Silent Watchdog, which gives them an air of mystery but also means that they make great dogs for apartment living since they're not barkers and they won't upset the neighbors. The Bull Mastiff is a large and powerful dog, and this is kind of enough to put off most would-be casual intruders. The idea of encountering one of these animals will deter all but the most determined or reckless of burglars. Bull Mastiffs are both loving companions and loyal protectors, but beware, they're also very heavy droolers, just like me. Yes, if you value your soft furnishings or slobber is not an accessory that you wish to wear with every outfit, then these big floppy-faced dogs might not be the best choice. But if their less desirable habits aren't a mastiff problem for you, then they're brilliant and reliable guardians with loving personalities. Number 16. Boer Bull. The Boer Bull is one huge dog. These are the bodybuilders of the canine world, and their bulky, stocky bodies are all power. Beware of the dog. These big dogs hail from South Africa, where they're often used as protection on remote homesteads. There are, after all, a whole bunch of wild animals in South Africa. Lions and leopards, just strolling through the countryside. Considered a dangerous dog in many countries of the world, the Boer Bull is actually banned in several places. These big guys have a bit of a reputation for being a great guard dog, but also a bit of a thug. They're very loyal and won't back down when threatened. In fact, these dogs have been known to get into a bit of a pickle with big cats like leopards, as they're fearless in the face of danger. This is why they're often chosen to be a guard dog, but that bravery comes with potential aggression towards other animals and people that the dog doesn't know. That can be a dangerous combination, so these big beasts need to be very well trained, and their owners need to be extremely responsible people, or things could easily go very wrong very fast. Just look at the muscles on these dogs. Historically, the Boer Bull was a war dog, and there's a good reason that they were chosen for that particularly violent job. They're massive. Males can easily weigh up to 200 pounds. Wow. Number 15. Dogue de Bordeaux. The Dogue de Bordeaux has the biggest head in all of the doggy kingdom. These extraordinary animals are great powerhouses with some pretty distinctive looks to boot. Shortened to DDB, not to be confused with ODB, by their fans and those in the dog world, the Dogue de Bordeaux is believed to have been around since ancient times. Popular as war dogs amongst the ancient Romans and as hunting and guard dogs in France throughout their history, until the French Revolution, DDBs were mainly kept as guard dogs by the mega-wealthy French aristocracy. When that all ended in rolling heads and the echo of guillotines, the DDB found work in livestock farming. During the First World War, these brave dogs were trained to rescue wounded, stricken soldiers from the battlefield. They were made famous by the 1989 movie Turner and Hooch, when a big slobbery DDB starred alongside Tom Hanks, and these guys have become popular in the United States as well as in Europe. They're great working dogs and are often trained as rescue animals. One DDB named Boomer was employed in the rescue efforts of 9/11. These amazing dogs move like lions, have an affectionate personality, and make loyal companions, which is why this breed has some die-hard dedicated fans who spend their lives breeding and caring for these magnificent creatures. Number 14. Fila Brasileiro. This historic dog was bred in Brazil all the way back several centuries ago when it was used primarily as a large game hunting animal and a working dog. These canines have their roots very firmly in the tradition of service and guardianship, and since the phrase "faithful as a fila" exists in Brazil, there can be no denying the loyalty of this large breed. These dogs go by many names. They may be known as the Fila Brasileiro, the Brazilian Mastiff, Cão de Brasil, Cão de Fila, the Brazilian Bloodhound, or simply the Fila. But whatever you may call them, this purebred dog is a large, energetic, and headstrong animal, but beware. Their sheer size combined with a tricky personality means this is not a breed that's for everyone. They can be aggressive if they're not properly trained, and that personality can make training them a bit of a challenge unless you're a very experienced handler of large dogs. It's also worth checking whether it's actually legal to own one of these dogs where you live. Some countries consider the Fila to be a dangerous dog and have therefore banned the breeding and sale of the pooch. As of now, they're currently on the naughty list in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Norway, and Denmark, and owners of the breed in the United States may actually run into issues with insurers if they have this breed in their homes. Despite the fact that the dog is an effective guard dog, insurance companies are likely to cancel the homeowner's policies, so bringing a Fila home might be asking for trouble. Number 13. Black Russian Terrier. The mighty Black Russian Terrier is a working dog of the highest order. These big, intelligent animals are loyal and protective of their families. Known as Blackies, these dogs have been bred to work and they really do love to have a job to do. Historically, they've been used as military and police dogs. Their intelligence is what lends these unusual-looking animals to excel in these very specific environments. These extraordinary dogs were developed in the USSR during the Cold War and were especially designed to be perfect working animals. Their exceptional coat kept them warm in the Russian winters, and their remarkable intelligence served them well in their roles on army patrols, as guards, in the gulags, and to chase intruders. Yikes! This pup is like a canine universal soldier or something. The Black Russian Terrier learns very quickly and can be well trained in the right hands, but they're also extremely clever and will get bored easily. The stubborn breed needs to know that you're in charge, or else they will definitely take over. Blackies need exercise, they're powerful dogs, and they love to do agility training, so if you want to keep one, you're gonna have to learn how to get up off the couch and run. Put the chips down. Number 12. Tibetan Mastiff. The somewhat aloof and decidedly challenging Tibetan Mastiff is not a regular pet pooch. While they will make excellent guard dogs in the right situation, these dogs are quite literally unusual and very tricky to train. Not to mention that they have some personality stuff going on as well. If they grow up in a human family, these dogs are loyal and loving, but they're extremely wary of strangers, even down to being very choosy over who, if anyone, that they'll actually allow to enter into the home. Now, if you are an especially paranoid individual like me, or just someone who hates visitors like me, then perhaps this is exactly what you're looking for in a dog. But if you have any aspirations for a social life, or for your children to have friends even, then the Tibetan Mastiff may be a bit too sensitive for your requirements. These dogs will interpret any kind of noisy or boisterous behavior as being threatening, and they may behave in an aggressive manner to someone that they don't like. These dogs have a tendency to make up their minds about people and then act accordingly. Oh, and they don't really give you the opportunity to explain yourself either. So you have been warned. Brilliantly loyal and extremely efficient as a watchdog, the Tibetan Mastiff does not play well with others and will likely as not land you in a whole heap of doggy-doo at the park. Number 11. Komondor. Is it a massive sheep? Perhaps it's a mop with legs. No, it's actually the incredible Komondor, a dog that was bred to guard sheep. Now perhaps their similar appearance has helped because these dogs are awesome sheepdogs. Komondorok, that's the plural of Komondor by the way, are super loyal, super protective, super hairy, and really strong-willed. Hailing from Hungary, the unique Komondor is an energetic and eager-to-please dog. They'll guard everything from livestock to their family and home with fierce loyalty and devotion. Komondorok have a very strong built-in protective instinct, so if they perceive a threat to their owners, they'll behave in a defensive manner, and they need to be very well trained to keep everyone safe.
Oh my god!
The unusual appearance of this breed's shaggy coat comes with a few issues of its own. The characteristic cords don't need brushing, but this unique dog's coat needs to be kept clean and free from parasites. These dogs tend to get extremely whiffy if they get damp. To keep these dogs looking their moppiest, they'll need regular visits to a dog groomer, or they'll end up looking and smelling distinctly unpretty. Number 10. Bernese Mountain Dog. This long-haired Swiss mountain dog makes a great companion, especially if you live up a mountain, I guess. They need a lot of exercise and thrive in open spaces, so that mountain home is probably the place to be. These hard-working dogs were draft animals and served dutifully on farms throughout history, driving cattle, pulling carts, and protecting livestock. The Berner, as they're known, is an easy-to-train and friendly dog that just loves the family life. They have a calm and fun-loving personality and make great pets if they have plenty of opportunity to exercise and play. Super intelligent and eager to please, the Bernese Mountain Dog is a highly trainable lover who likes to work. So, if you need a faithful buddy to pull your cart along mountain passes in chilly weather, this could be the dream dog for you. As a hairy hound, this breed sheds a whole lot, so they need a good deal of grooming to keep them in tip-top condition. These guys are also pretty heavy droolers, so if that's not really your thing, you may want to look at the less floppy-jowled dog categories. Number 9. Caucasian Shepherd Dog. These brave and fiercely loyal dogs are strong and stubborn working animals, bred to guard sheep and protect people against wild animals in the Caucasus mountain region of Russia. These are some tough dogs from one of the toughest terrains on Earth. They're so fearless, in fact, that Caucasian Shepherd dogs are prepared to step up against bears and wolves. This is no shrinking violet, that's for sure. Because of this extraordinary bravery and strength, these dogs can be rather tricky to train. They need a patient and experienced trainer, or they can get aggressive. But this is because their breeding has selected this trait. As a guardian and protector, they don't come more loyal than the Caucasian Shepherd Dog, though. So if you're experienced with dogs and perhaps have a wolf problem, we've all been there, then this breed is the best that there is. In their history, these dogs have patrolled mountainsides, protecting flocks from predators, and have been used in prisons. Oh, and they were even the dog of choice to guard the Berlin Wall in the east. So you could say these incredible animals can pretty much handle anything. Number 8. Blue Nose Pit Bull. These lovable pooches are either American Staffordshire Terriers or American Pit Bull Terriers, but they are distinguished by their specific genetics that result in a bluish colored coat. Blue-nosed pit bulls, and their other hued pit bull compatriots, are sassy and smart and good-natured. These courageous little canines are all about the companionship. Train them well, take good care of them, and these special dogs will stand by your side through hell and high water. The trustworthy blue-nosed pit bull is a stocky breed with powerful and defined muscles. They're agile and confident and highly trainable, which is one of the reasons that this breed is enduringly popular as a pet and companion. They have a history of being regarded as a nanny dog on account of their loyal guard dog abilities. This lovable breed didn't have the most auspicious beginnings in life, though. These dogs were originally bred in Great Britain to be fighting dogs. Dogfighting is a blood sport that is now mercifully illegal. The dogs were bred to be as aggressive and powerful as possible in order to maim and likely murder their opponents. So during the 18th and 19th centuries, these and other bull-type terrier breeds were set upon one another to fight to the death, or they were put up against larger animals like bulls and bears and trained to attack. And just why this was considered entertainment is a mystery, but that is their legacy after all. These days though, these dogs are a loving and playful breed that are far removed from its exploited and violent history. Number 7. Great Dane. Now, if you love big mutts, and you cannot lie, then the Great Dane is the dog for you. These sizable canines are the biggest breed, and they have a massive personality to match. The gentle giant of the canine world, the Great Dane is a humongous creature with a friendly nature. They're elegant and sleek dogs with muscular and athletic bodies that are built to run. Their massive size, although part of their appeal, also makes owning one of these special dogs pretty tricky. You need a whole lot of space, both indoors and out, and they need loads of room to exercise. And when they're inside, their waggy tail is an accident waiting to happen. Some owners even have a dedicated Dane room for their huge hounds to hang out in. The noble Great Dane was bred to run with horses while hunting huge wild boar, so they need to be very large and strong as well as pretty aggressive in order to tackle the boars to the ground. Nowadays though, these guys are less about the aggression, but they are still colossal. People who choose these dogs as pets can expect them to reach extraordinary heights. Number 6. The Cane Corso. This is an old Italian working dog breed which was developed with the specific purpose of guarding property and hunting large game, so these guys are definitely worthy members of the biggest guard dogs gang. The Cane Corso is also known simply as the Corso because cane in Italian just means dog. These loyal animals are a bit of a handful, and although they definitely make excellent guard dogs, they're difficult to train and are not for the novice dog owner to try and tackle. They need a decent outside space with very effective fences or walls and will require plenty of exercise. These intelligent dogs are easily bored, and frankly, you don't want a big bored Corso on your hands. They will find their own entertainment, and it will likely involve a whole lot of mischief. The Cane Corso is a big and muscly dog. The males of the breed measure around 27 inches at the withers and females about 26. They can weigh anywhere between 90 to 120 pounds, so it's probably not the best choice as a lap dog, but they'll certainly provide a good menacing deterrent for any would-be shenanigans doer with malicious intent. Number 5. Doberman Pinscher. The super alert, perky-eared Doberman Pinscher was developed back in the 19th century Germany to be an aggressive protection dog. These pups have a reputation as fearsome guard dogs, but when they're properly trained, Dobermans are loyal and calm companions. Muscular and powerful, the Doberman is fast and agile. They've long been successful as show dogs and are obedient, fearless guardians. Dobermans have served as working dogs in the United States Army, the U.S. Marine Corps, and Dobermans of World War II became famous for their work alongside troops in the Pacific, known as devil dogs. and sadly 25 of these noble animals would lose their lives in the Battle of Guam. Loyal service is not uncommon amongst the breed, whether it's as a police dog, search and rescue workers, or even protecting private homes. The Doberman Pinscher is a dependable dog with an elegant appearance and an imposing presence. You would definitely think twice before bothering one of these chaps. Even their impressive deep bark may be sufficient to put off many would-be troublemakers. Number 4. German Shepherd. The intensely loyal and highly trainable German Shepherd is one of the most enduringly popular breeds of dog for more than 100 years. These brave and clever animals have served in the police, the armed forces, and also as faithful family pets. German Shepherds are agile and, as long as they're well cared for, very fit and powerful dogs. That's one of the reasons that these good-looking creatures make such effective working dogs. Just make sure that you aren't on the wrong side of a situation involving a police dog, because police dogs are trained to grab on with their teeth and not let go, just like my pet guinea pig Twinkle with a green bean. The use of highly trained dogs by police is an ethically murky area. Although the dog's extraordinary sense of smell is a great benefit in search and rescue operations, that's a very different thing than training a dog to attack people and possibly cause serious bodily harm. A dog will follow the instructions of their handler to do whatever they've been trained to in order to collar that criminal. So what you gonna do when they come for you? Number 3. Rottweiler. These strong and powerful dogs descended from the Mastiffs of the Roman legions, so the Pooches certainly have some pedigree. And you should see the guys when they're puppies. Oh, for Pete's sake, they're just too adorable with their fluffy coats and oversized puppy paws. These lovely dogs will be gentle family members and loyal protectors, and are some handsome hounds with their short, shiny black coat and rust-colored markings, thick and muscular hindquarters, and powerful frames. They really do look like the mutt's nuts. With proper training and good socialization, these beautiful dogs will be confident, calm, and brave, and will only be aggressive towards a perceived threat. But the sight of a solid Rottweiler's generally enough to put off all but the most of determined intruders. As companions and pets, Rottweilers are playful and energetic. They need a lot of exercise and love. These guys just love to clamber up onto your lap for a nice cuddle as well. The whole 130 pounds of them. They're also employed with some regularity as police dogs, their temperament seemingly suitable for the intimidating presence that police exploit with the use of the dogs. Number 2. Giant Schnauzer. The clever and determined Giant Schnauzer is a working dog at its core and makes a brilliant companion and loyal watchdog. Giant Schnauzers come originally from Germany, who guessed it, where they were used for cattle driving, guarding places like breweries, and also in the stockyards and the butchers. They're a brave and energetic dog, so they do have some fairly sizable exercise requirements and need a lot of outside space. They won't appreciate living in your tiny little studio apartment that you pay $3,000 a month for in New York, and their mischief levels will increase if they're allowed to get bored or have no place else to run off their high energy. These are the largest of the 3 different breeds of Schnauzer out there. They're a fairly imposing animal, standing at between 23.5 to 27.5 inches to the shoulder and weighing anywhere from 55 to 80 pounds. They might be giant, but these dogs are also generally calm and loving and make great companions, provided you can cater to their exercise needs and keep their intelligent minds busy with plenty of tasks. It is these very traits that make them such effective guard dogs. The alertness and ready energy that they have will make them seriously protective of their home and family, so they'll need to be firmly trained or they'll menace the mailman mercilessly. Number 1. Rhodesian Ridgeback. This tall and elegant breed of dog was developed in Africa to provide home protection and for big game hunting. Their historical forebears were often deployed in lion hunting activities, so that gives you a small clue to the fearlessness and strength that is possessed by the Rhodesian Ridgeback. These days, though, it's less about hunting dangerous wild animals and more about providing excellent and loyal companionship, as you would expect, really. These dogs are sharp-witted and can be a bit on the stubborn side, so training them firmly is absolutely essential because you don't want a gigantic and willful Rhodesian Ridgeback charging about being disobedient. That would spell a recipe for complete carnage. Don't forget, these are lion hunting dogs. These big playful dogs need moderate but regular exercise, but they do also require plenty of mental stimulation. So turn on Jeopardy! Rhodesian Ridgebacks will quickly become destructive if left to get bored, and you would not believe the incredible mess that these massive canines can bring about if they're left to their own devices. But if you are willing to take on the responsibility of their limited needs, then these loyal and hardworking dogs will reward you with a big personality and a devoted companionship. But be forewarned, they're not for the faint-hearted. Remember, they don't think twice about taking on the king of the jungle, so you would better show this doggy who's king of your apartment. Well, I just love a big floppy-faced dog, and if they make a good guard dog, then that's just a bonus, isn't it? Which of these pooches tickled your fancy? Which ones would you have running for the hills? Let me know what you think about all this big dog business in the comments below. Also, check out the other cool stuff showing up on the screen, and I'll see you next time.